Here we go with mindset number 3. Winners follow the instructions of their coaches. This is a huge one, okay? Because I know of so many people out there, especially men, that don't like to ask for help. They like to just wander around and do it themselves. I get it, okay? However, one of the biggest days of my life was when I made that decision that, you know what? When I go into a store or I in any way, shape, or form am confused about something, that I would stop and ask people for help. That's when my life really changed. And there's many examples that I'll share with you as we go along here, but just understand that one point. If there's something that you want to know and you don't know how to do it, it's time to start asking. Start asking for the help that you need. Now, when we talk about a coach, what is a coach? Well, here's my definition of a coach. A coach is somebody who's been there, done that, and is now teaching you. Think about it this way. Let's say that you've been living your life and you want to learn how to play the piano, but you were busy working and you just never had time to get around to it. Now you reach the ripe age of 60 plus and you want to retire, and now you're thinking, okay, I've got all this time on my hands. Maybe I can learn how to play the piano now. And you look around for qualified piano teachers in your area, and the only person you find is 25 years old. Is that bad? No, it's not. The person doesn't have to be older than you. They just have to know more about that subject that you're after than you do. And you're going to meet people, especially when you start putting yourself out there and asking for the help, you're going to run into people that do know a little bit more about your chosen profession than you do. But do they know it at the level that you want to know it at? Probably not. However, don't just push those people to the side. Learn what it is that they know. All you're doing is finding out things that you can do to save you time, really, if you want to look at it that way. They've already been and gone through the ups and downs that it takes to learn something. And then you can learn from them, and that just saves you that much more time. As a matter of fact, I've heard that from several of my mentors over the years. They've told me the fastest way to success is to learn from people who have already been there and done that. That's why I come up with the particular saying that I have here. Okay, people that have already gone through the ups and downs, that have learned what doesn't work. I like to put it that way, because that's where we waste a lot of our time and get a lot of our frustration. Is we go out there and put ourselves out there and we find things that don't work, and that's what gets discouraging. But if we can learn from somebody else what to avoid, why not? Now, when we talk how the importance of a coach is, let's go to Michael Jordan. Many people think he's the greatest basketball player of all time, and he's darn good. But however, when they won their very first championship, something that impressed the heck out of me, because he's the one that's got the talent, right? He's the one that's out there putting up 35 plus points a night and getting rebounds and getting steals and fighting to win that game. However, who does he give credit to when he's holding that championship trophy? He gave the credit to Mr. Phil Jackson, who was his coach at the time. Because see, when you're a player, all you can see is very minimal things. You're seeing things from your perspective. You're seeing things from your experience, okay? But then people from the outside are going to see some things that maybe you're not seeing. And a coach has an opportunity to look at the team as a whole, to see how the pieces work and how they mesh together, and which passes aren't clean that are going to get picked off, or whatever the case may be. And so take the time to find those people who have been there and done that and can now teach you. And here's the other thing too. If you're ever afraid of asking people for help, start doing it and watch what happens. I know a lot of people out there who are very successful that love sharing their stories. They do it all the time. As a matter of fact, on my podcast, you'll hear from people all in every walk of life that have overcome their challenges and are now doing a wonderful thing or doing their thing that they wanted to do. And that's one of the common things, is they've learned the things along the way, asking other people what they did, or didn't do rather. Okay? So anyway, keep this in mind. The definition of a coach is someone who has been there, done that, and can now teach you. You can learn something from every human being you come across, and I really, truly mean that. But take this one to heart. Winners follow the instructions of their coaches. Look for people who are already in your field and who are successful at it, and ask them what they did to get there. Sometimes you might have to buy them a cup of their favorite beverage or whatever, and take some time to sit down and listen with them, but guess what? They will. All right, everybody, make the commitment today that you're going to find those coaches.